When Kate Middleton was spotted wiping away tears at a royal event, the world was left in utter disbelief. The Duchess of Cambridge, who always appears composed under pressure, couldn't hide her emotions this time. What triggered this unexpected breakdown? Was it the overwhelming demands of royal life, a personal family matter, or something much deeper? Fans and the media alike are scrambling for answers. As the cameras captured her tears, the royal world was forced to confront a reality they weren't prepared for. It wasn't just the tears themselves that shocked the public, it was the sheer vulnerability of the moment. Kate, often viewed as the picture-perfect royal, exposed a side of herself few ever get to see. Was she battling stress, or was there a more personal reason behind her emotions? And just how much of it had to do with her sister, Pippa Middleton, whose life had taken a tragic turn recently? As whispers spread through royal circles, the question became impossible to ignore: what happened behind closed doors to bring Kate to this point? As her tears became the focal point of media coverage, Kate's personal life was thrust into the limelight once more. The pressure of being a royal, a mother, and a wife weighed heavily on her. But it was clear that something deeper was affecting her. What was the real cause of her breakdown, and why did her sister Pippa seem to be at the center of it all? The royal family's carefully constructed image was showing cracks, and no one could look away. Behind Kate's emotional outpouring was a sense of powerlessness, a feeling that the media had not anticipated. The world saw Kate not as the poised royal but as a woman grappling with a family crisis. Was this an isolated incident, or a tipping point for the Duchess? With all eyes on her, Kate's breakdown raised more questions than answers, leaving people wondering just how much the Middleton family was struggling in private. And while the media speculated about the source of Kate's tears, one thing became clear: something big was happening behind the palace walls. This wasn't just a moment of fleeting emotion, it was a sign that a deeper transformation was underway in the royal family. And it all began with Pippa Middleton. The shocking truth behind the headlines. The media has been relentless in portraying Pippa Middleton's transformation as something tragic, and the headlines haven't been kind. Once seen as the glamorous younger sister of Kate Middleton, Pippa's sudden shift has left the public stunned and searching for answers. What caused this drastic change, and why has it affected not only Pippa but her entire family, including Kate? The tabloids have speculated about everything, from her health to her emotional state, but the truth may be much darker and more complicated than anyone imagined. Pippa's transformation wasn't just about physical changes, it was a reflection of the intense pressure she had been facing. While the media focused on her appearance, the reality was that Pippa had been battling deeper issues behind the scenes. From struggling with mental health to feeling the weight of family expectations, Pippa's life seemed to spiral in a direction no one expected. The glamorous world she once lived in now felt far from the fairy tale it once appeared to be. It's no secret that Pippa had always lived under the shadow of her famous sister, Kate. The expectations were high, but the pressure of being the other Middleton became unbearable. With the world constantly watching, Pippa's life started to unravel in the public eye. As whispers of marital issues and personal struggles spread, the toll this took on her mental health became evident. But Kate's emotional breakdown only added fuel to the fire. Something had to give. Behind Pippa's shift was a combination of personal and emotional factors that were only beginning to be understood. She was no longer just the party-loving socialite, she was a woman under extreme pressure. The stress of living under public scrutiny, coupled with family challenges, led her to a place few imagined she would go. Could Pippa reclaim her life and return to the spotlight? Or was this her tragic final transformation into someone the public no longer recognized? The impact on Kate Middleton. As Kate's breakdown was linked to her sister's struggles, the royal family's public image faced its biggest challenge yet. The Middleton family, usually seen as the epitome of perfection, now seemed to be dealing with real, raw emotions, ones they couldn't hide. The world wanted to know, what happened to Pippa Middleton, and why was it affecting Kate so deeply? Was Pippa's struggle too much to handle? Kate Middleton's once steady demeanor began to crack as she confronted the reality of her sister's struggles. While Kate had always been the strong one, holding her family together with grace, Pippa's transformation forced Kate into a position she was unprepared for. Was she truly capable of shouldering the weight of her sister's emotional burden, or was it too much for even the Duchess of Cambridge to handle? The impact of Pippa's struggles on Kate's mental state was becoming more apparent by the day. Kate had always been the supportive sister, but now the tables had turned. The role reversal was startling. Kate, usually the one offering a shoulder to cry on, now found herself in tears. As Pippa continued to battle her demons, Kate found herself overwhelmed by the pressures of her public life. Was it the constant media scrutiny? Was it the helplessness of watching Pippa's breakdown unfold in the public eye? Whatever the cause, it was clear that Kate was at a breaking point. The emotional toll on Kate was more than anyone had anticipated. As a royal, she had been trained to keep her personal life private, to remain composed no matter what. But when Pippa's life started to unravel, Kate was left to grapple with emotions that were impossible to hide. Her protective instincts kicked in, but there was little she could do. And as the media's constant spotlight only intensified Pippa's transformation, Kate's own struggles became undeniable. Behind Kate's breakdown was a complex web of guilt, frustration, and love for her sister. She wasn't just dealing with Pippa's transformation, she was coming to terms with the fact that she couldn't fix everything. As much as she wanted to, Kate couldn't shield Pippa from the world's judgment. And in that painful moment, she realized something that hit hard: she wasn't just a sister to Pippa, she was also a royal, bound by expectations and responsibilities. Kate's tears marked a turning point for the Middleton family. It was a sign that even the strongest royal women are not immune to the personal struggles that so many face behind closed doors. As Kate confronted the reality of Pippa's battles, the world was forced to reckon with the human side of royalty. How Pippa's transformation became a tabloid sensation. As Pippa Middleton's transformation took center stage in the media, the tabloids couldn't get enough. What was initially seen as a personal struggle soon became a full-blown media frenzy. The press, ever eager to exploit the private lives of royals, capitalized on every detail, distorting the truth, spinning rumors, and sensationalizing every step of Pippa's journey. What started as a personal battle soon turned into a spectacle that left the Middleton family vulnerable to public scrutiny. The media's portrayal of Pippa was cruel at times. Headlines screamed about her tragic transformation, focusing more on her appearance than the real issues at play. The obsession with her physical changes overshadowed the underlying struggles she faced: mental health challenges, personal loss, and the weight of being in the public eye. Was this the world Pippa underscore 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 had imagined when she first stepped into the royal spotlight? It certainly didn't seem like it. As the media spread rumors about everything from Pippa's supposed emotional breakdowns to her relationship with Kate, the royal family faced a moral dilemma. On the one hand, they had to protect Pippa's privacy and dignity, but on the other hand, they had to contend with the intense media coverage that made it nearly impossible to maintain any semblance of normalcy. The constant attention was only making things worse for Pippa, exacerbating her struggles. Kate, who had always stood by her sister's side, was once again caught in the crossfire. The pressure of being a public figure combined with the emotional toll of watching Pippa suffer was almost too much to bear. How could she protect her sister from the media storm when the public was so eager to tear her down? The situation became more complicated by the day. As rumors swirled and the tabloids refused to let go of the story, the media's role in Pippa's transformation was undeniable. But as the tabloids reveled in the drama, they missed a crucial point. This wasn't just about Pippa's appearance or the public's fascination with her, it was about a real person, a sister, a wife, and a mother who was struggling to keep it all together. And the media's relentless scrutiny only made the healing process that much harder. How Pippa's struggles are changing their relationship. As Pippa Middleton's struggles deepened, Kate found herself facing an emotional dilemma that she wasn't prepared for. The bond between the sisters had always been strong, but now it seemed like the weight of Pippa's transformation was taking a toll on their relationship. Kate, ever the protector, had always been there for Pippa, but now she was dealing with a new reality. Was this a temporary hardship, or had the dynamic between the two sisters changed forever? Kate's emotional breakdown was just the tip of the iceberg. Behind closed doors, she was questioning how much she could help Pippa. Her role as a royal often required her to put the family first, but this was something entirely different. Kate couldn't solve Pippa's problems with a smile or a kind word. She couldn't shield her from the pain that came with public scrutiny or personal loss. For Kate, the emotional weight of watching her sister suffer was unbearable. She had always been the strong one, but now the roles seemed reversed. Pippa's transformation was affecting her in ways she hadn't anticipated, and her concern for her sister's well-being began to overshadow everything else. Kate had always been able to manage the public pressure, but when it came to Pippa, the stress was becoming too much. The dynamic between Kate and Pippa was shifting. What had once been a close, supportive sisterhood was now marked by an overwhelming sense of uncertainty. Kate wanted to fix things for Pippa, but she didn't know how. And with the world watching, the pressure only intensified. Was this the end of the Middleton sisters' once unbreakable bond, or was it simply a phase they would weather together? As Kate's relationship with Pippa evolved under the strain of these challenges, the question remained, would they be able to repair the emotional distance that had begun to form between them? Or would Pippa's struggles continue to drive a wedge between the two sisters, forever altering their relationship? Pippa Middleton's secret pain, what the world doesn't know. Pippa Middleton's transformation didn't just affect her appearance, it was rooted in a much deeper secret pain that the world didn't know about. The media's focus on her health was only scratching the surface of what she was truly going through. Behind the tabloid headlines and the speculation about her emotional state, Pippa had been grappling with personal demons that no one could see. What were the true reasons behind her struggle, and why had she been so quiet about it? For years, Pippa had managed to live in the public eye while maintaining a relatively low profile. But as she faced a series of personal challenges, the cracks began to show. Her transformation wasn't just about external changes, it was about the toll that living under constant scrutiny had taken on her. Pippa's silence only fueled the rumors, but the truth was far more complicated than anyone realized. At the heart of Pippa's struggles was the pressure of living up to the expectations placed on her. As Kate's younger sister, Pippa was always in the shadow of the Duchess of Cambridge. But when her personal life began to unravel, the pressure to maintain the perfect image became too much. The world saw only what they wanted to see, but Pippa's secret pain was something far more profound. Pippa's battle wasn't just with the media or her appearance, it was with herself. She had always been the strong, independent sister, but now she was faced with challenges that she couldn't overcome alone. The transformation she was going through wasn't just physical, it was emotional and mental. And while Kate was there for her, Pippa's pain remained a quiet, internal struggle. The real story of Pippa Middleton's transformation is one of resilience, pain, and recovery. Behind the headlines and the public scrutiny lies a woman fighting to regain her strength. It's a journey that has tested her in ways no one could have predicted. But with the support of her family, especially Kate, Pippa is determined to heal. How Pippa's struggles changed everything. As Kate Middleton watched her sister go through a transformation that seemed to shatter their once strong bond, she came to a heartbreaking realization: their relationship would never be the same. For years, Kate had been the pillar of strength for Pippa, offering unwavering support through thick and thin. But now, the roles had shifted, and Kate was struggling to come to terms with the fact that she couldn't fix everything for her sister. The stress of managing royal duties, raising children, and dealing with her own emotions became overwhelming for Kate. But nothing compared to the heartache of watching Pippa endure so much in silence. The bond between the two sisters had always been one of deep understanding. But now, Kate had to navigate a new reality, one where she wasn't the only one with the strength to carry on. Pippa's transformation was affecting Kate in ways she hadn't anticipated. It wasn't just the stress or the media attention, it was the fact that her sister was no longer the person she had always known. As Pippa fought to heal, Kate found herself wrestling with guilt and uncertainty. Was she doing enough to help her sister, or was she standing by while Pippa struggled in ways that Kate couldn't fully understand? The emotional weight of it all was almost too much for Kate. As a royal, she had been taught to maintain composure. but her sister's pain forced her to confront the raw emotions she had been suppressing for so long. Kate had always been the strong one, the one people turned to. But now, she found herself in need of support. Would she be able to handle the emotional strain, or would it become too much for her to bear? In the end, Kate Middleton's heartbreaking realization about her sister's struggles was a wake-up call. The royal family, despite its public image of perfection, was dealing with real, raw emotions. And as Kate watched Pippa fight her battles, she came to understand that sometimes, even the strongest of families can be torn apart by the weight of private struggles. Pippa's emotional toll on Kate. The royal family has always been a symbol of unity, elegance, and strength. But behind the glittering facade, tensions have quietly simmered. Kate Middleton's emotional struggle with Pippa's transformation reveals a side of royal life that few are prepared to witness. For years, Kate has been the face of grace under pressure, balancing her royal duties with motherhood and marriage. But as her sister's troubles deepened, Kate found herself facing a crisis she wasn't ready for. For as Pippa's health issues and emotional struggles took center stage, Kate's world began to shift in ways she hadn't expected. The unwavering support she had always given Pippa now felt one-sided, with Kate becoming overwhelmed by the burden of helping her sister through such a dark period. The emotional toll of seeing Pippa change both physically and mentally was harder to bear than anyone could have imagined, and as the media spotlight shined relentlessly on their lives, Kate found herself questioning how much more she could handle. Behind closed doors, Kate struggled with feelings of helplessness and guilt. She had always been there for Pippa, but now she was faced with the reality that there was little she could do to fix what was happening to her sister. Kate, who had always been able to manage the public scrutiny and challenges of royal life, felt her strength faltering as her sister's struggle intensified. Was there a way for Kate to balance her royal responsibilities while supporting Pippa in her time of need, or would the pressure become too much for her to bear? The royal family's image was becoming increasingly difficult to maintain. While the public expected a united front, Kate was privately grappling with emotions that threatened to spill over. The weight of Pippa's struggles, compounded by the relentless media scrutiny, was beginning to crack the perfection of royal life. In those quiet moments, Kate had to face a painful truth: even the strongest families have their breaking point. Despite the media frenzy surrounding their family, Kate and Pippa's bond remains strong, but the emotional toll on Kate is undeniable. As the world watches, one can only wonder if this struggle will mark a turning point in their relationship or if they will find a way to navigate the storm together and rebuild the strength they once shared. The moment that changed Pippa Middleton forever. Pippa Middleton's transformation was not just a personal journey, it was a pivotal moment that reshaped the way the world saw her. Once the carefree younger sister of Kate Middleton, Pippa's life took a dramatic turn, both physically and emotionally. The public was blindsided by her sudden change, and many questioned what had triggered this transformation. The truth, however, was much more complicated than the headlines suggested. At the heart of Pippa's transformation was an overwhelming sense of loss of privacy, loss of control, and, perhaps most poignantly, the loss of her former identity. For years, Pippa had been able to live her life under the radar, enjoying her family's fame without being the center of attention. But as her health struggles began to take a toll on her, the world turned its gaze on her in ways that were impossible to escape. Was this the life Pippa had envisioned for herself? The pressure of being constantly under the media microscope took its toll on Pippa. Once seen as the fun-loving sister who stole the spotlight during the royal wedding, she now faced intense speculation about her health and appearance. The more the media dug into her personal life, the more Pippa seemed to shrink from the public eye. The woman who once exuded confidence now seemed to be quietly retreating into the shadows, battling her demons in private while the world watched. But it wasn't just the media that changed Pippa, it was the emotional impact of everything she had been through. Behind her transformation was the quiet battle of trying to reclaim a sense of normalcy, of returning to a life that felt like her own. Pippa had to grapple with the truth: she was no longer just Kate Middleton's younger sister. She was a woman on her own journey, navigating health struggles, media frenzy, and a changing identity. As Pippa tried to rebuild her life, the question remained: could she find herself again, or had this transformation changed her forever? The world would continue to watch as she navigated her new reality. For Kate, it was a painful reminder that her sister, once so full of life, was now faced with a journey that could change the course of their relationship forever. A sisterhood tested by adversity. The bond between Kate and Pippa Middleton has always been a central part of their public image. As sisters, they have been seen as a united front, sharing everything from family moments to royal duties. However, recent events have tested this relationship in ways that neither of them could have anticipated. Pippa's transformation, coupled with Kate's emotional struggles, has cast a shadow over their once solid sisterhood. Kate, who has always been the stable, composed figure in the royal family, found herself overwhelmed by Pippa's ongoing health challenges. The relationship that was once filled with laughter, light-hearted moments, and mutual support now seemed fraught with uncertainty. Kate was no longer just the supportive sister, she was the one in need of help. As the two sisters navigated their struggles, they were forced to confront the reality that their relationship might never be the same. Behind the public appearances and the carefully curated smiles, Kate and Pippa faced a new kind of challenge, a challenge that tested their emotional resilience and their ability to rely on each other. The changes in Pippa were not just physical, but emotional, and the toll it took on their sisterly bond was becoming more apparent. Could they overcome these hurdles, or would they grow apart under the strain of it all? As Kate tried to hold it all together, she realized that there were limits to what even she could endure. The emotional weight of watching Pippa suffer, compounded by the pressures of royal life, pushed Kate to her breaking point. She could no longer be the rock for Pippa that she had always been. But despite the turmoil, there was still hope that their bond could survive the adversity. In the end, Kate and Pippa Middleton's sisterhood was tested by more than just health struggles and media scrutiny, it was tested by the complexities of growing up in the royal spotlight. As they faced this new chapter in their lives, only time would tell whether they could emerge stronger from the challenges or if their bond would be irreparably changed. Pippa Middleton's heartbreaking transformation has deeply impacted both her and Kate, testing their sisterly bond in unexpected ways. The royal family, despite their image of perfection, faces real struggles like any other family. A royal scandal unfolds. Prince William and Kate Middleton's daughter had a very emotional reaction after Prince William debuted his new full beard. The royal family's holiday festivities are underway as Kate Middleton hosts her annual Christmas carol service. Just when we thought the year would end on a calm note for the royal family, a new royal bombshell has erupted, leading to Prince William and Kate Middleton allegedly being sued. The royal couple's tumultuous year has taken yet another dramatic turn with this shocking legal challenge. What led to this, and what are the allegations brought against them? Join us as we unveil the details. King Charles and Prince William are facing mounting scrutiny over a financial scandal that has sparked public outrage and legal action, allegedly implicating Prince William and his wife, Kate Middleton, in the fallout. An explosive investigation by the Sunday Times and a TV's documentary titled The King, the Prince, and Their Secret Millions has accused the royal family of profiting significantly through their royal estates, the Duchy of Lancaster and the Duchy of Cornwall, raising serious questions about financial transparency and ethical governance. The controversy deepened when claims surfaced that these estates had generated millions from public bodies such as the National Health Service, state-funded schools, and even the British Armed Forces have been implicated in the investigation. It alleges that these arrangements have enabled the monarch and his heir to operate as commercial landlords while benefiting from tax exemptions and financial privileges not available to the average citizen. Critics argue this not only undermines public trust but also contradicts the monarchy's stated commitment to serving the nation. Ian Pelham-Turner, a royal expert, has drawn parallels between this unfolding scandal and the infamous Watergate, warning that it threatens to erode the public accountability that the monarchy has long tried to uphold. He emphasized that the timing of these revelations, amid a cost-of-living crisis in Britain, could not be worse. With soaring food prices and essential supplies becoming increasingly unaffordable for many, the news of alleged royal profiteering has struck a nerve, exacerbating calls for justice. The new Labour government's push for greater corporate transparency and accountability has further intensified the pressure. In a bid to enforce stringent standards across institutions, the government has pledged to crack down on opaque financial dealings, and the royal estates are now firmly in the spotlight. This has added legal weight to public demands for an inquiry into the financial affairs of the Duchy of Lancaster and the Duchy of Cornwall, leading to a civil lawsuit aimed at forcing full disclosure. The lawsuit, which prominently names Prince William and Kate Middleton, hinges on allegations that the couple, through their association with the Duchy of Cornwall, failed to ensure transparent financial practices. The estate, now managed by Prince William, has been accused of generating vast revenues through controversial arrangements, such as charging the Royal Navy millions to dock warships and leasing land to public institutions at premium rates. The lawsuit further alleges that some of these funds may have been funneled into private expenditures, contravening public expectations of ethical conduct. Kate Middleton, often viewed as a modernizing figure within the monarchy, has been drawn into the legal battle as questions arise about her role in initiatives funded by the estate. Critics argue that her involvement in charitable projects, while commendable, does not absolve the estate from scrutiny over its financial dealings. The plaintiffs argue that the royal couple's failure to disclose full details of their financial operations, particularly in light of the estate's substantial earnings, allegedly exceeding $30 million in Prince William's first full year as Duke of Cornwall, constitutes a breach of public trust. The lawsuit has ignited a fierce debate about the monarchy's role in modern Britain. Public sentiment has been further fueled by revelations that the Duchy of Lancaster and the Duchy of Cornwall operate under special legal protections that exempt them from paying corporate taxes, a privilege not afforded to ordinary citizens. While both King Charles and Prince William reportedly pay income tax on their estate surplus revenues voluntarily, critics argue this is insufficient to address concerns of systemic inequality and lack of transparency. The stakes are particularly high for Prince William, who has positioned himself as a champion of social causes, including homelessness and mental health. His recent documentary series, Prince William, We Can End Homelessness, has been overshadowed by the scandal, with detractors questioning the sincerity of his philanthropic efforts amid accusations of financial impropriety. The monarchy's response to this crisis will likely define its relationship with the public in the years to come. While legal experts acknowledge that the royal family operates within long-standing legal frameworks, they also recognize that public perception can wield significant influence over the institution's relevance. As scrutiny intensifies, both King Charles and Prince William face the monumental task of reconciling their inherited privileges with the growing demand for transparency and accountability. For Kate Middleton, the legal challenge represents an unprecedented test of her public image as a relatable, modern royal. How the couple navigates this turbulent period may not only shape the monarchy's future but also determine whether it can adapt to the evolving expectations of a society increasingly unwilling to accept unchecked privilege. Ultimately, the lawsuit and the broader financial scandal underscore a pivotal moment for the British monarchy, a test of whether it can balance tradition with the demands of a new era where transparency and accountability are not optional but essential. As the controversy surrounding King Charles and Prince William's financial dealings grows, attention has turned to the estates at the center of the allegations, the Duchy of Lancaster and the Duchy of Cornwall. Examining the Duchies of Lancaster and Cornwall. These centuries-old estates, while shrouded in tradition, have become symbols of the privileges that critics argue are increasingly out of step with modern expectations of transparency and accountability. The latest allegations, which have now led to a lawsuit implicating Prince William and Kate Middleton, demand a closer look at the inner workings of these estates and their role in the unfolding financial scandal. The Duchy of Lancaster, owned by King Charles, spans over 44,000 acres across England and Wales. This vast estate serves as a vital financial resource for the sovereign, generating millions annually to fund the king's official and private expenses. Similarly, the Duchy of Cornwall, now managed by Prince William, encompasses nearly 130,000 acres across southwest England. Historically, this estate has provided the Prince of Wales with substantial revenues, with its profits contributing significantly to his charitable initiatives and personal expenditures. While both estates are marketed as private and self-financing, investigations have revealed troubling details about their financial practices. Reports allege that the estates have profited significantly from public institutions such as the National Health Service, state-funded schools, and even the British Armed Forces. Notable examples include payments from St. John's Ambulance and revenues from the leasing of Dartmoor Prison. These arrangements, while legal, have raised ethical questions about the monarchy's reliance on public entities to bolster its wealth, particularly when ordinary citizens are grappling with a cost-of-living crisis. Royal representatives have been quick to defend the estates, emphasizing their commitment to sustainability and adherence to legal standards. A spokesperson for the Duchy of Lancaster has clarified that the estate operates without public funding and complies with all UK regulations, with its accounts independently audited and made publicly available. Similarly, the Duchy of Cornwall, under Prince William's stewardship, has emphasized its focus on environmental sustainability and social impact. Prince William has even championed an ambitious plan for the estate to achieve net zero emissions by 2032, alongside targeted initiatives to combat homelessness. However, these assurances have done little to quell public outrage. Critics argue that while these estates may be privately managed, their historical privileges, such as exemptions from corporate taxes, offer them significant advantages that ordinary businesses do not enjoy. For instance, while most landlords must navigate stringent tax obligations and regulations, the duchies benefit from a unique legal framework that allows them to maximize profits with minimal oversight. Adding to the controversy is the claim that public institutions have been compelled to pay exorbitant fees for access to land and facilities owned by the duchies. For example, it has been reported that the Royal Navy has paid millions to dock warships at ports owned by the Duchy of Cornwall. Similarly, public schools and healthcare facilities have allegedly incurred significant costs for leasing land, raising questions about the appropriateness of such arrangements given their reliance on taxpayer funding. These revelations have only intensified calls for reform. Many are now questioning whether the historical privileges enjoyed by the duchies are still justified in the 21st century. Critics argue that these estates, while essential to the monarchy's financial independence, must be held to the same standards of transparency and accountability as other institutions, especially given their interactions with public entities. As legal proceedings against Prince William and Kate Middleton progress, the Duchies of Lancaster and Cornwall remain under intense scrutiny. The lawsuit seeks to force a full disclosure of the estate's financial dealings, aiming to shed light on the mechanisms that have allowed them to generate immense wealth while operating largely outside the public eye. For King Charles and Prince William, the stakes could not be higher. The allegations have not only cast a shadow over their reputations but have also reignited broader debates about the monarchy's role in modern Britain. As public dissatisfaction grows, the pressure on the royal family to adapt to evolving societal expectations is mounting. Whether through increased transparency or more equitable practices, the future of the duchies, and the monarchy itself, may depend on their ability to navigate this crisis with integrity. As the revelations about the Duchies of Lancaster and Cornwall continue to make waves, the public and royal family find themselves at a critical juncture. Public and royal family reactions to navigating the storm have become a focal point. The intricate financial dealings revealed have not just raised questions about transparency but have ignited a broader debate about the delicate balance between royal privilege and public accountability. This exposé has drawn reactions ranging from calls for heightened scrutiny to defenses of the monarchy's adherence to legal frameworks. Royal expert Ian Pelham-Turner likened the unfolding controversy to a potential Watergate for the royal family, warning of its explosive implications. For King Charles and Prince William, the public reaction has been palpable, with many expressing discontent, particularly during a time of economic hardship. "This will not go down well with the British people," Turner cautioned. While legal experts stress that the royals have not violated any laws, questions of moral accountability linger. Jonathan Serrotti, a British broadcaster, pointed out the unique financial privileges afforded to the duchies, exemptions that are unavailable to the general public. He emphasized that the public's expectations of transparency, even for long-established institutions like the monarchy, have intensified. Despite the growing unease, spokespeople for both Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace refrained from direct commentary, redirecting inquiries to the duchies themselves. Both estates reiterated their private, self-financing nature, emphasizing adherence to legal standards and highlighting their charitable initiatives. Yet, the allegations of profiting from public bodies have deepened public skepticism. Serrotti noted that while structural reforms to the duchies are unlikely, the scandal may compel the royals to refine their public messaging. This includes emphasizing their roles as stewards of historical estates and champions of charitable causes, even as the tension between ancient privileges and contemporary expectations grows. This storm of public and media attention showcases the ongoing challenge of reconciling the monarchy's historical foundation with the transparency demanded by a new generation. Following the swirling controversy around financial transparency in the Duchies of Lancaster and Cornwall, Prince William and Kate Middleton have faced additional pressures that underscore the vulnerability of even the most revered institutions. Other recent tragic events for Prince William and Kate Middleton have further complicated their public standing. While grappling with the fallout of public scrutiny, a series of personal and unsettling incidents have thrust the Prince and Princess of Wales further into the public eye, adding another layer of complexity to their already scrutinized lives. Last month's chilling break-in at Windsor Castle served as a stark reminder of the challenges that come with balancing royal duty and personal safety. On the night of October 13, masked intruders managed to breach the grounds of the royal residence, coming dangerously close to Adelaide Cottage, the family home of Prince William, Princess Catherine, and their 3 young children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Reports revealed that the royal family was asleep a mere 5 minutes away as the intruders scaled fences and stole 2 vehicles, including a pickup truck and a quad bike, from Shaw Farm, located perilously close to their home. The escape route used by the thieves through a gate believed to be the family's nearest exit highlighted the security breach, amplifying concerns about their safety. Sources described the aftermath as deeply unsettling for the couple, with Princess Catherine reportedly left pretty shaken up. As parents, their immediate focus was on the welfare of their children, a sentiment echoed by an insider who described the incident as frightening and extremely alarming. The source further noted, the fact that it happened when they were so close by and fast asleep was a big shock to process. In response, Prince William has taken a proactive stance, closely monitoring the ongoing investigation to ensure such breaches are never repeated. While he and Princess Catherine continue to express confidence in their security team, the princess has reportedly acknowledged the strains such incidents place on their peace of mind, noting, "They can't go on like this." The move to Adelaide Cottage in 2022 was meant to provide the family with a sense of tranquility and a closer connection to their royal responsibilities. However, the breach has reignited discussions about the adequacy of security measures at royal residences, particularly in light of the growing threats faced by high-profile public figures. This incident is not isolated, rather, it forms part of a broader narrative of the challenges faced by the Prince and Princess of Wales as they navigate their roles in a rapidly evolving monarchy. From controversies surrounding the duchies to the physical dangers posed by security lapses, these recent events highlight the increasing pressures on the couple. For Prince William, these experiences underscore the gravity of his dual responsibilities as a public figure and a protective father. As he works to rebuild public trust in the monarchy amidst financial revelations, incidents like the Windsor break-in add a deeply personal dimension to the scrutiny he faces. For Princess Catherine, her role as a steadfast partner and mother is further tested as she supports her husband and family through these challenges. While the break-in may fade from the headlines, its implications linger, reminding the world of the vulnerabilities that even the most protected families endure. As the Prince and Princess of Wales continue to shoulder the weight of public expectation, the intersection of their public and private lives remains a poignant reflection of the modern monarchy's evolving challenges. The turbulence surrounding the Prince and Princess of Wales extends beyond security breaches and financial transparency, with persistent whispers of infidelity casting a long shadow over Prince William. Royal rumblings of infidelity allegations and persistent controversy remain at the forefront. Despite official denials and statements aiming to quell the speculation, rumors linking the heir to the throne with Rose Hanbury, a former model and member of the British aristocracy, continue to fuel intrigue and debate among royal watchers and internet sleuths alike. The speculation began in 2019 when reports of a falling out between Kate Middleton and her former friend Rose surfaced. Some alleged this rift stemmed from an affair between William and Rose, igniting a media frenzy that refuses to die down. The narrative was reignited in March 2024 during the United Kingdom's Mother's Day celebrations when an apparent Photoshop fail in an image of Kate sparked fresh online discussions. Eagle-eyed observers noted the Princess of Wales was not wearing her wedding ring, leading many to wonder whether this was a deliberate omission signaling trouble in paradise. The online chatter reached fever pitch. 400 search. With comparisons to historical royal scandals amplifying the controversy, Social media commentators drew parallels between this situation and King Charles's well-documented affair with Camilla Parker Bowles, with some dubbing Rose Camilla 2.0. Such comparisons have fueled a narrative of history repeating itself, further entrenching the rumors in public discourse. Adding to the complexity, Rose Hanbury recently issued a statement through her lawyer emphatically denying the affair allegations, yet skepticism persists, with some suggesting the denial was coerced. One online user cynically remarked, "Camilla said the same thing decades ago," underscoring the enduring mistrust of official statements in the royal context. For Prince William, this ongoing controversy is a stark reminder of the challenges of living in the royal spotlight. Despite his efforts to shield his family from intrusive speculation, the relentless swirl of rumors threatens to overshadow his role as a statesman and father. While the denial from Rose Hanbury offers some reprieve, the persistence of these allegations reflects the public's fascination and skepticism toward the lives of the royals. As the dust settles and Kate Middleton prepares for her return to public duties, the palace remains under intense scrutiny. Whether this latest chapter in royal intrigue will fade or continue to haunt the couple remains to be seen, but it underscores the delicate balance of maintaining both personal dignity and public trust in the face of relentless speculation. From security breaches and swirling rumors to deeply personal challenges, Prince William and Princess Kate have faced a storm of adversity in 2024, a year of trial. Prince William and Kate Middleton's own annus horribilis. Amid mounting controversies and public scrutiny, the Prince of Wales has candidly described this year as the hardest of his life, drawing a poignant parallel to 1992, the year Queen Elizabeth II famously dubbed her annus horribilis. William's heartfelt reflections underscore the weight of personal and royal duties in a time of immense difficulty. Speaking during a visit to South Africa, Prince William opened up about the struggles that have defined his year. "It's been dreadful, probably the hardest year in my life," he confessed. With both his wife, Princess Kate, and his father, King Charles III, battling cancer, William has navigated the emotional toll of supporting his family while maintaining his public commitments. "From a personal family point of view, it's been brutal," he admitted, highlighting the toll these events have taken on the royal household. The challenges began early in the year when Buckingham Palace announced in February that King Charles had been diagnosed with cancer and would begin treatment. Remarkably, the king continued to fulfill his royal duties, including a trip to Australia, despite his health struggles. Then, in March, news broke of Princess Kate's own cancer diagnosis, followed by reports that she had begun chemotherapy. William expressed immense pride in both his wife and father, commending their resilience. "I'm so proud of my wife and my father for how they've handled everything," he said, offering a rare glimpse into the emotional depth of these trials. Compounding these health crises was the broader context of turmoil within the royal family. The couple faced an alarming security breach at Windsor Castle, allegations of infidelity against Prince William, and the emotional strain of their ongoing estrangement from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Adding to the heartbreak, the family also mourned the loss of a beloved pet, a poignant reminder of the quieter personal losses often overshadowed by public drama. Kate Middleton's absence from many public engagements this year was deeply felt, though her recent appearance at the Together at Christmas concert marked a moment of hope. Founded in 2021 by the princess, the annual Westminster Abbey event took on a somber tone this year, reflecting the hardships the family has endured. The concert served as both a reminder of the princess's dedication to goodwill and a testament to her perseverance amid her health battles. Observers have been quick to draw parallels between 2024 and 1992, the year Queen Elizabeth II described as her most challenging. That year saw the breakdown of royal marriages, a fire at Windsor Castle, and relentless tabloid scrutiny of the monarchy. Similarly, 2024 has tested the resilience of the Prince and Princess of Wales with its blend of public and private crises. Yet, like the late Queen, William and Kate continue to weather these storms with steadfast resolve, a testament to their commitment to both their family and their roles within the monarchy. As the year draws to a close, the royal couple undoubtedly hopes for calmer days ahead. For now, their story serves as a poignant reminder of the human struggles behind the royal facade, a family grappling with challenges that, while uniquely public, resonate deeply on a personal level. What do you think of the lawsuit and the financial allegations? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. 40.